wanted my ear or some words of advice, I had no problem lending him either.
About the trade and stuff before, but what went through your mind when that news broke with him?
Holy shit, he did it. I think that was the same thing that went through most people's minds, and the 47. And I remember him talking about, we were sitting in the sauna during the off season. He was like, if I get a deal, I'm gonna beat the out of your deal, and he went out there and got it. So that was part of the I guess the humorous part of the deal. And then him texting me, talking about, did I do right? And I was like, nah, you did perfect. So I'm just glad to see him, get what he's earned, and he's worth every dollar. He's shown that, and him and that defense have been on a tear.
Did you rid him a little bit after he got the 47, or did you guys have some funny exchange about do you, I guess, I don't know, did you say something to him about getting $70 million more than you did a year?
Oh, I mean, not really. He had already, told me he was going to go do it, and, he's a lot younger than me, so I guess that has something to do with it. But, no, I'm proud, and I'm glad he went out there and got the deal that, he went out there and earned.
You guys, as a defense, #1 ranked overall defense right now. You have the 3.5 sacks, but obviously no wins to show for it yet. I guess, what needs to change? What more do you feel like you guys on the defense can do, or you yourself can do?
Got to get the ball out. Making plays, on the quarterback, making these TFLs, but we got to get the ball out with it. And I think that's been the big difference. We're -3 in the turnover margin, and that's not winning football. And we know that's the difference, and we just have to make that a point of emphasis and take that to the game field.
When you're out there, do you feel that pressure, Myles, to either, get a strip sack rather than just a sack, or bat up a ball to force one of those interceptions, takeaways you guys are looking for?
I don't feel any pressure when I'm out there. It's just a matter of, in that moment, having that thought run through my head and, trying to find a way to do it. These guys are, very talented and securing the ball and keeping it away from us. So, just having, picking those spots, picking your moments, and allowing it to always be on my mind to make sure we make those plays, and keeping it on everyone's mind. So, when we get those opportunities, we make the most out of them.
Go ahead, Cam, go.
Every week, every team in the league faces injuries. This week, no different for you guys, with the questionable Joel Bitonio, Andre Schmidt now popping up on that list. As a team, how in the meeting rooms and practice do you guys feel like you've emphasized the importance of that next man up mentality? We hear it all the time, but what's that look like for this team?
I'm challenging the man in the next position, or the younger guy in a position, if he's the one sitting behind the starter, to making sure that he knows exactly what he's doing, challenging his knowledge and his effort, his execution, and making sure that he's getting the very best out of us, whether it's looks or our advice, our guidance, and when we're talking and communicating, it's the same way as if he were the guy who's starting from game one. So making sure that it's seamless by allowing him to feel the intensity that he would if he were picked as the first guy originally, and that's sometimes how it goes.
We've watched you dominate for years. I know this is a small sample size, only a couple games, but it seems like you're kind of going to another level. Is this as well as you've ever played?
It was sample size too small, but I will say, probably by the end of the season, I will say that. But right now, there's a couple stretches I can remember that were better than this.
This is one of those weeks where, you'll have a nice challenge to come out as the best player on the field. Is that one of your goals this weekend, is to come out of here as the best player?
That's why my brother on the other side of the field, but it doesn't matter, who it is or what the relationship is. That's who I want to be. And that's what I want to be anytime I step on the field, regardless of the team or the person on the other side. And I know that's his aspiration as well.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can I, just as a quick follow-up on that, have you guys,
No.
are you staying away from each other this week, or have you texted each other at all and said, hey, I'm going to be the best guy, or have you had any kind of exchange?
He texted me. He said, can you get 2 tickets from my family? I said, I got you.
Myles, you used the word embarrassing last week. Jim Schwartz said the second half was embarrassing for the defense. Do you feel like the last few days you've seen the necessary work to get ready for Sunday?
I did. No, I've seen a lot of intensity on getting it right, and whether it's redoing it, communicating, over communicating. I've liked the amount of emphasis that's being placed on getting it right now, and I think it's what we need. There's 0-2, but there's plenty of games left, plenty of season left. There's no reason to hit the panic button at this moment. I'll continue to stay the course, but realize what you have to adjust, look in the mirror, and then we take on this team and do what we know we can do.
Jordan Love, this is the last one, looking to throw deep a lot like he does, or even the injuries they've had on the offensive line. Do you feel like there's opportunities there for you and the rest of this D-line to go get the quarterback?
I mean, there are always opportunities to get the quarterback, regardless of whatever team we face. It's just a matter of putting them in situations in which they have to hold the ball. He wants to throw the ball deep, but they do certain protections to allow for that. Tipping the edges in a variety of ways, and trying to kind of put the ball up instead of let him get downfield, let him run underneath it, helps, get him out a little bit quicker. So, making it where he has to hold the ball, feel like he has to make a play, and, taking the running game out of it. And that'll be difficult enough with Jacobs back there.